In this video, let's take a look at select statement and let's see how we can use top and distinct keywords along with select statement. So we have written select statement multiple times in this video series. So basically we can say select and then we can say star and then we can specify from keyword and then we can tell the table name. So what basically this is doing, when we are saying select star, it means select everything. When I say everything, it means every column. So when I say select star, it will take all the columns from this table. From which table? Which is specified after from keyword. So from employees table, it will select all the columns and it will select all the data. So if I say select star from employees and execute this, I will get all the records that are available in my table and I will see all the columns that are available in my table. So if you want to get all the columns, you can use select star. But let's say you want some specific columns. Let's say you only want employee ID and the first name. So what you can do, instead of saying select star here, you can say employee ID first name. If you say select employee ID, comma, first name, it means you are specifying some specific columns here and the SQL Server will only return these two columns. If I execute this, you can see I am only getting two columns, right? So this is how you can get specific columns from SQL Server, right? And if you don't want to type all the column names here, what you can do, you can right click on the employees table here and you can say script table as, and you can go to select to and you can say new query window, right? If you say this, it will open a new query window and it will write the select statement for you and all the columns will be mentioned here, right? You can execute this here and you will get the same result, right? If you notice here, this select statement is having this dbo.employees. So what is DBO? DBO basically is the schema name in which we have this employees table. Guys, we have not understood what are schemas. So we will understand what are schemas in the later videos. But if you see this query, we are having this use demo. It means we are using demo database and then we are executing this query. What we can do, we can put this demo database instead of here. I can put it, let's copy this and put it here in front of the schema name and let's remove this from here, right? So this demo dot schema name dbo dot table name, this is called the fully qualified name for the table, meaning we have specified everything in which table is belonging, right? So it belongs to demo database and within the demo database it belongs to dbo schema, and in the dbo schema we are targeting our employees table. So if I execute this, I will get the same result. But the benefit of using a fully qualified table name is, even if you are in your master database, let's say you are in your master database, right? And if you execute this query, this will still work because we have used a fully qualified table name here. And if I remove this, let's say I will remove this demo here. And if I try to execute now, I will get the error invalid object name employees, because within the master database, we don't have any table with name employees. In the demo database, however, we have this table, right? So this is the use of fully qualified table name. One other thing I want to mention in this video, right? I want to show you how you can use top keyword. Let's do select star from employees again and execute this. I am getting 10 rows. Let's say this table is having a million records. If you do select star from employees, it will select all the records. But let's say you just want to see some sample data. You just want to see some top 2 or 3 rows. So what you can do for that, along with this select, you can specify the top keyword. You can say top and then you can specify how many rows you want to pick from the top. Let's say I want to pick top 3 rows, right? So what I'm saying, select top 3 rows and select star. I mean, I want to select all the columns. If I execute this, As expected, I'm getting top three employees here, right? And here also I can specify the column names. If I want to specify employee ID first name, then it will only pick the employee ID and the first name from the first three rows. And this top three, I can say top five, then it will select top five rows, right? One more thing you can use here, right? You can specify a percentage. Instead of specifying an actual number, you can specify a percentage of rows that you want to pick from the table, right? So we have 10 rows here, and let's say I want to pick 70% of the rows. So what I can say top 70, I can say percent. When I do this, it will calculate the 70% of the total number of rows. So it will be around 7 rows and pick that. Not around 7 rows, it will be exactly 7 rows. So you see, we are getting 7 rows, right? If I say top 40%, it will pick top 4 rows. So this is the use of percent keyword when you are using the top keyword, right? So we have understood how we can use top keyword with our select statement. One more thing I want to mention in this video is the use of distinct keyword. Okay, so let's select star everything again. So I'm getting all this data. And let's select the job title. I want to see all the job titles. So I'm selecting all the job titles. But if you see here, the job titles, software engineer, software engineer, it is coming 3 times. Similarly, if you see the HR executive is coming twice. So basically we have duplicate values in this result set. With use of distinct keyword, you can avoid these duplicate values and only select, as the name suggests, distinct values from this data set. Or we can say the unique values from this data set. So I can say distinct here. Distinct is one more keyword in SQL Server. So when I say select distinct job titles, right? If you look at this data set, we don't have any duplicate entries here. All are unique values. Okay. Let's select star from employees again. Okay. Let's say I want to see a unique combination of job title and city. So what I can say distinct job title, comma, city. Let's execute this. And this time you can see I'm getting all the records. Titles are unique, but if you see the cities are getting duplicated. Meaning when we are saying distinct job title and city, it will basically pick the unique combination of these two values, right? So accountant Boston, financial analyst in Boston, right? So it is picking the unique combination of city and the job title, right? I can say the first name here also. If I say first name also, it will pick the unique combination of job title, city, and the first name. Let's execute this. Now we are getting all our data because there is no duplicate for these three combination, right? Okay guys, so this is how you can use distinct keyword in SQL Server.